is the strategy. And where I have a problem with Dr. Oburu, I loved him when he came into office, because when you remember Jagero, he really tried to unite all factions. You would see him having a meeting here with Sifuna, having a meeting with whoever, and I thought that he'll actually succeed in putting the entire party into one basket and leading and chanting a path. But I have a problem with his indecisiveness. He seems not to have very decisions that he can stand on and protect and whip everyone to that decision. Because the reality is that as a political party leader, first of all, Jagero, politicians will never agree to a direction, all of them 100%. Because that is the whole reason why they are called politicians. If church leaders can't agree, what about politicians? So at the end of the day, the party leader must always veto them to a particular direction. That's why you would be able to see that when Raila Odinga was in charge, he went and had a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta. Not because he had a NEC meeting to agree on it, not because there were these meetings to agree on it, not even because he had consulted his coalition partners. He went and held a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta as President of the Republic of Kenya. Then he came and explained to them and whipped them that direction. Sometimes as the leader, you have to make the decision and make people follow that decision. That is what I'm not seeing coming out heavily with Oburu. When you come at Raila Odinga again, Jagero, he was able to get into the broad-based arrangement. He was able to embrace President William Ruto at the height of the Gen Z crisis. He was called very many names. Yeah? People insulted him. Some of the young people insulted him. They said he has betrayed the cause and all those kind of things. But the truth is that as a leader, he had to make a decision. And he made the decision, salvaged the country in his words, and was able to donate some of his people to the regime and to the government and stabilized the country. Yes. He made a decision. Whether it is the right decision or it was the wrong decision, he made the decision and moved on with it. That is what Oburu is not doing. You can be able to see he wants to have his cake and eat it at the same time. Maybe what I would want to tell Oburu is that as a political party leader, you can't remain popular all the time. Sometimes you have to agree that you'll be unpopular. Sometimes you have to agree that you'll explain your decisions later. Sometimes you have to agree to that. The struggle to please everybody is a struggle that he'll not win. Look at the time it has taken him to eject Sifuna, for instance. It simply shows you that he's a man trying to balance whether this is the right decision or not.
Political editors got very, very solid information that they have started a back channel communication with Sifuna team.
Yeah, I'm almost privy to that as well. But then those things do not show the seriousness in leadership. Look at the time now when it's taking you. For instance, why should you have a statement yesterday and have another press conference today to discuss the press conference that you had yesterday? Why wouldn't it just come out clearly? Because people love clarity, Jagero. People love clarity, especially when you are the leader. People want to believe in you for something. They want to know that when Jagero makes this decision, I can be sure that when I meet him tomorrow, it's the same decision. I want to be sure that I can trust his word. Leadership must be trusted. If you cannot move your people towards trusting you, then you are getting it wrong in strategy. And I can assure you, Jagero, even that move to say they have started the back channel communication with Sifuna, if it goes without any strategy, it will again be a goof. It will be dead on arrival.
Yeah, but I want to ask you the question that I also asked the Ambo, but before I ask you that,